Whether it's music, sports, or world events,
He already has.
you can count on Fresh News Network to bring you a fresh approach to the news. Now, over to your lead anchorman, Tim Timmons. Dear Lord, let me get through this without throwing up. It's me, Balls Mahoney, Fresh News Network. I apologize for my voice today as I'm a little under the weather, but that is not the only thing that has me sick to my stomach. Boy, do I got some horse shit for you today. Because recently, serial elder abuser Jake Paul announced that he will be fighting the baddest old man on the planet, Mike Tyson. I'm not joking. Not being satisfied with the long list of unfit fighters he's competed against, Jake Paul has decided to urinate on the sport of boxing by competing against, at the time of the fight, a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. See, Jake was tired of people telling him he was fighting senior citizens after fighting a 48-year-old non-boxer Anderson Silva and almost losing. So he said, fuck y'all then, and is now fighting an actually registered senior citizen. Mike can legally be put in elderly assisted living right fucking now, but instead he's being wheeled out for a fight. And by now you read the title of the video, so you know how I think this is gonna go. Do I think Jake Paul will sleep Mike Tyson? Fuck no. I think Jake Paul will land enough punches on a gassed out elderly man that the referee will call for the TKO. Does that make me want to vomit just saying it? You're goddamn right. But the reality is the reality. With this going viral, a lot of people have had stupid takes, including my favorite ex-NBA podcasters, Gilbert Arenas and Kenyon Martin, who think Mike will smoke Jake. This is the same sentiment I've heard from plenty of others as well. And the same two things get cited when they make these claims, and we'll explain them separately. The first is that even though Mike is old, he still has power and he's still Mike Tyson. Both are true and both don't mean shit. Power means nothing if your power doesn't connect. It doesn't matter if you're Tyson or not. Tyson sure can't hit a heavy bag hard and hit a pad hard, but can he hit a 27-year-old amateur boxer trying to avoid him? The answer is no. Jake will jab at distance for 8 rounds or however long it is, and then call out Canelo afterwards, knowing he'll just fight a Domino's driver or a corpse his next 15 fights. And he's getting the giant talk and sense of pride from these BS fights because people that don't understand fighting are falling into the Jake Paul cycle. Let's take a look at the cycle chart. See, it starts with Jake announcing a fight against the legend. Then it goes to the internet saying he's going to get killed because they don't understand boxing and MMA aren't the same sports, or they don't understand that old people can't fight in Mike's case. Then it goes to him beating an unfit fighter. Then it goes to the internet claiming that he should have fought a real boxer. See, right now we are here at stage 2. And we are here because of reason number 2, people think that Mike will beat Jake. And that's his training videos where he's looking super mean on some pads. Let me explain something, people. Hitting pads is not fighting. Being able to hit pads good is not an indicator of being good at fighting. People like Phil Hawes was said to be the next John Jones, aka the MMA GOAT, based on his training sessions, but it was just sleep after sleep after sleep for Phil. This is what Ronda Rousey looked like on the pads. This is what Ronda Rousey looked like in the ring.
Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
Nunez's hands are down, and she's walking Ronda down. She tagged her again.
This is how Sidney, the worst striker in history, Dandos, looked on the pads. This is her in a fight.
Mostly arm punches from Dandois, but she still can pack quite a punch.
Here's an old Todd Duffy hitting bads. Here's a young Todd Duffy in a fight.
There from Duffy. Yet another new wrinkle to Frank Mir.
And I know Todd Duffy isn't Mike Tyson, bless his heart. But Todd Duffy also doesn't have dentures. So what we're not going to do is take training footage from 10-second spurts of hitting pads and turn that into saying he still has it. Shaq can still dunk, but I wouldn't say he could get a single bucket on Giannis at this age. Because here's a video of Mike training right before his fight with Roy Jones Jr. And then here is how he looked in said fight.
See, I know. Mike Tyson, the bigger guy, Roy Jones, clinching, smothering, has to find a way to use that jab. Keep Tyson at a distance.
Yeah, right there, the dart. Whenever he throws that and he escapes, like Snoop said, he has to put a little bit more body behind it. You can't just...
Here.
What Roy Jones is doing is really trying to frustrate him, but Roy Tyson cuts the corner off.
Yeah, he does.
So it breaks every piece of my heart to say it, but spoiler alert, people, Jake Paul is going to beat Mike Tyson in one of the most boring fights you've ever seen, where I predict Jake will spend 99% of the fight jabbing and running and hoping that Mike's artificial hip gives out on him. Because after going on rant after rant saying he wanted to smoke with Canelo and Conor McGregor and proclaiming to be a world-class boxer,
Stop ducking. I know you want it. I know you want it. And I'm repping Puerto Rico. You're repping Mexico. So it's Puerto Rico versus Mexico. Hey, yo, what the fuck? What's up, you Irish cunt? Good morning, Conor McGregor. I know you're probably beating up old dudes in a bar right now, or maybe you're jacking off because you're sick of fucking your wife. I mean, she's a 4, Conor. You could do a lot better.
Jake has now had 10 quote-unquote professional fights so far versus one actual boxer. Because the quote-unquote boxer that was fighting dudes with these records and the dude that took his first fight in almost 10 years at that point to fight Jake Paul, we are not going to count. And mind you, the quote-unquote pro he lost to was most known for not his older brother Tyson Fury, but his shirtless antics on fucking Love Island.
Another mountain, I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Ain't matter how fast I get there, it ain't about what's waiting on the other side.
But despite all those facts, Jake will continue to pretend to be a pro fighter and people will continue to believe he will lose. But he won't lose, people, because if there's even a 1% chance that he could lose, Jake would not take the fight. There's plenty of professional boxers, even champions, that have called out Jake for a fight, but instead he's going to punch on a dude who's almost 60 and then afterwards call out a top 10 pound for pound Canelo to a fight he would quickly turn down if it was offered to him. This has been Balls Mahoney with the Fresh News Network, and only a man like this.
This is like,
Contestant number 2, great job. Last but certainly not.
And the dad! The fucking dad! Oh shit! Nigga called his dad appeal! Son! Oh!
Hey, good job. Okay.
Son! And the dad's dabbing! He just committed a sexual crime and he's dabbing! No, I'm sorry.
So, I know.
Could create the 2 worst humans to ever be on the internet. Video on this second degenerate coming soon. Thank you.